Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and it's time for another breakfast with Blaha, and today I'm having fat-free Greek yogurt, almond butter, and milled flax seeds. And someone asked me in the comments the other day, is that organic? Yes, actually it is. It's all organic. Not that it's that important or that special, but it just happens to be because of where I buy it, those are what my choices are. So, let's talk about repeat bout effect in advanced lifters. All right, one of the things you guys will notice I pushed more over time, again, particularly as I've coached longer and longer, is that my non-novice lifters probably shouldn't be doing the same exercises more than 3 workouts in a row. Now, we could take that a lot of directions. People say the main exercises, well, we change those every week, all right? We max on a different lift every week, so that's not really the topic. But of course, people say, well, what about people not on conjugate? I don't care about those people. I don't coach them. Coaching is my job. YouTube is my secondary thing. So all my advanced lifters, all my non-novice lifters are on conjugate, 100% of them. Unless they're new. They're a new client, right? They're all on conjugate. So this is a non-factor. If you're not running conjugate, I quite frankly don't care what you do, but you better change it, your main list every 3 workouts still, right? You better change them, or you better completely change your programming paradigm. But what are your other options? Things like 5-3-1. Well, you're still rotating volumes and rep ranges on those main exercises every single week. Probably still okay. So let's come over and think about what we mean by this with the 3. We're talking about the repeat bout effect. All right, we get the largest training response when a movement is novel. So are you saying bodybuilding muscle confusion works? No, but it's not entirely wrong either. Their idea is that you confuse the muscles just by always changing stuff, but they're not tracking progression. Okay, they're just training to failure and triple drop sets or whatever goofy bodybuilder shit they're doing. It's not what we're talking about. Changing a movement. You change to a new movement, you get a novel training response. Now, sometimes you'll get some DOMs. There'll be other problems sometimes with it, but you get a very pronounced, particularly if you train it hard. If you train it hard enough to actually get quality reps in, right, that novel training response tends to give a larger training response. The next workout, because you can progress, usually, with a new movement, you get a robust training response. By the 3rd workout, it's reducing. Okay? Repeat bout effect. You've done the exact same thing again. You get a less robust training response. After the 3rd workout, if you don't increase the tension or the volume, but I'm not real big on people running a lot of volume anymore these days. We need to train hard, not longer. We know we're pretty well optimal volumes. And I'm finding it's generally for our supplemental work, 4, 5, 6 sets. 5 to 6 is kind of, I think, ideal. 4 for people who can't handle much. That's it. It's how many exercises we do. And we're not doing that many sets. Most of the data we have shows better hypertrophy off of a single exercise by doing maybe 3 sets. For really advanced lifters, sometimes 4. But 5, not always. Start getting a diminished return very quickly. So I'm not even a fan of increasing the volume. You need to be increasing tension. That weight on the bar or the dumbbell, the machine needs to be going up. If it's not going up, you are not gaining anything. Okay? By the 3rd workout, after that, if you are not putting tension on the bar, you are not gaining any extra muscle. That's it. You're done growing from that stimulus. Has to be progressive overload from that point. There has to be. If you were using 300 pounds, you better be able to use 302 and a half, 305, so on. And if you can't, you're now maintaining. You're maintaining. That's why we need to rotate. And we can talk about overuse, and that's one of the issues I see too. More and more overuse by my guys who don't have enough equipment to do variation sometimes, who I don't think are advanced yet. I see it with intermediates. I let them do 10 workouts in a row with the same movement. Because they have one barbell. Guess what? They start getting overuse problems. They start getting them. But the main thing we're looking at is that novel training stimulus. And here's the thing, it doesn't have to be a dramatic change. People are like, well, why were you saying we have to have specialty bars? Well, you should, yes. Especially if you got a home gym. A lot of specialty bars are cheap. Look, if you got a home gym, you better have, obviously, a straight bar, power bar. Well, you better have one of those. Why can't you get a safety squat bar and a multi-grip bar? Those tend to be relatively inexpensive. It costs you a lot less than a good power bar or like a deadlift bar does, guaranteed. Multi-grip bar is less than $200. Can't you have those? That would give you enormous variation. Now, if you go to a commercial gym, it's not a big deal because you got tons of dumbbells and machines and other stuff, right? Usually. If you don't go to a gym with all that, then why are you bothering going to? Why don't you just build a home gym? Right? If you have bare bones equipment at your gym you're paying to go to, just build a home gym. Come on. But we need to change something. Could it be going from a dumbbell to a barbell? Could it be changing the way we do the dumbbell? Let's say you're doing a one-arm dumbbell row. You could have ones where you do a stretch, or you could have ones where you pause on the floor and pull it off the floor. That's 2 movements. To a dumbbell row standing, that's 3 movements. Do them on a 45-degree incline bench, both arms at the same time. That's 4 dumbbell rows. See where we're going? Change your grip width. A couple inches. Bring it out. Bring it in. Whether it's a press, a pull. Change your stance. You change your stance. Wider to narrow. Your good mornings. Do narrow stance. Do wide stance. Oh, you could do medium stance. Do them off pins from a dead stop. You can get a stretch reflex. You can come up with 6 or 7, 8 good mornings you can do with just a straight bar. You can vary these movements. Doing an RDL. You can do them normal, or you can find a way to stand on plates and get even a super deep stretch, like a deep stretch RDL. It's 2 different exercises. That's what we mean by changing it. Right? That's what I mean. But what you need to do is make sure that you're not doing, when you're not a novice anymore, we probably don't need to do the same movement more than 3 workouts in a row. Right? We need to be changing it. You're going to be better off for it. You're going to make better gains. You're going to have less injuries. And yes, you need to track the progress on them. Right? You need to track your weight, your reps. You need to track all that so that you ensure that you're progressing on them. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.